Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to this graduation ceremony. My name is Thandabantu Nhlapo. I am one of the Deputy Vice Chancellors at the University of Cape Town. And it is a tradition of UCT that just before the formal ceremony starts, we have this informal chat, usually about announcements, what's going to happen, explaining the program, explaining some responses that are required, and generally to get you in the picture. And we shall still do that. But what is different, of course, in 2013, with the passing of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, is that in addition to the usual program, we will in fact be observing the mood of the country, our sense of loss, but also sense of celebration of a life very well lived. And in doing that, there will be some changes noticeable in the program to those who have been at these ceremonies before. Let me go through some of these changes. I have mentioned the first one, which is that the whole series of graduations this year, this December, diet of graduations, is dedicated to the memory and legacy of Nelson Mandela. The second change you will notice is that before the singing of the national anthem, a lament called Vukani Noba Nilele, wake up even though you may be asleep, will be sung by Zinzi Nogavu. It is a lament in the form of song that is sung by women in the village when an elder person passes away in the house or in the household. Before telling anyone that an elder has passed away, the neighbors will first hear the voices of the women and they will know that something has happened. This, in essence, is a call to the ancestors to guide the spirit of that person and be with it all the time. And so when that happens, which, as I say, is a change to the usual program, that will be the background. Thirdly, the president of the SRC, this time represented by the acting president, when he reads the dedication, which is again another traditional aspect of this program, they will do so in memory and in commemoration of Nelson Mandela. Finally, two things. We have been graduating more and more people, and this year the numbers have shot up, not necessarily suddenly, but quite significantly, so that in this morning's ceremony we had 531 graduates. That's the highest number in the history of UCT. This is the second highest number at 436. What this means, of course, is that there are very many UCT graduates out there. But on a day like today, they are here, and so are their parents, and their friends, and their relatives. And what it has meant is that we have been using fully this audience, plus an equally to the brim audience at a relay venue where these proceedings will be shown on a large screen. And so in welcoming you at Jamison Hall, I also wish to welcome most warmly the people at the relay venue where the MC is Professor Mulungeni Madiba. You win some and you lose some. And what we gain by being in this ancient and historic hall, and what they lose in the relay venue by not being here, they gain by being in a venue with air conditioning. And so we hope, as happened this morning, that both venues will still feel the same excitement, the same kind of mood that we get at UCT graduations. Finally, because we've been sitting for a long time, and because this is likely to be just a bit longer than usual, we will ask you to stand up and stretch, just to prepare yourselves for the start of the ceremony. I have been asked to make it clear that the standing up and stretching should be done inside this hall. The message has become a bit garbled in the recent past, and people have thought it could be time for jogging around the block. We do not have actually the time to do it that way. And so please, after that little period of unwinding, stretching, I shall then ask you to take your seats so that the procession can come in. Can we, if you wish, stand up and stretch and switch off a cell phone here and so. Thank you very much. You may take your seats, and the next thing that will happen is the platform party will come in procession, at which point you will be asked to stand. Thank you very much.
Sempre si By virtue of the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I now constitute this Assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town. We will now have the lament.
Vukani, vukani, vukani bo nilelena. Vukani, vukani, vukani matuta no manilelena. Vukani bo, vukani, vukani, vukani matuta nilelena. Vukani bo, siyacela vukani, vukani matuta nilelena. Vukani bo, hey ya hey 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 ya hey hey lele. Hey ya hey 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 ya hey 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 ya hey 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 ya hey 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 ya hey hey bo hey ya hey bo hey sacela vukani vukani matuta no manilelena. Vukani bo, vukani, vukani, vukani matuta no manilelena. Vukani bo, tina siyacela vukani, vukani, vukani matuta nilelena. Vukani bo, hey ya hey 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 ya hey 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 ya hey 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 ya hey 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 siyacela vukani matuta no manilelena. Vukani bo, vukani, vukani, vukani matuta no manilelena. Vukani bo.
The national anthem.
Oh
Please remain standing for the dedication. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to invite Mr. Lwazi Somya, Acting President of the Students' Representative Council, to read the university dedication.
Dalipunga Madiba myemyem tubane vele bambhensele ulale ngoxolo ubugqatso lufezile. At this time of national reflection, following the death of the father of the nation, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, and celebrate his life, we the members of the University of Cape Town reaffirm our mission to nurture rational and creative thought and free inquiry, to strive for excellence in teaching and research, to educate for life, and to address challenges of our society. We undertake to advance these ideals in a spirit of freedom, responsibility, and through consultation and debate. We celebrate our founders, benefactors, and predecessors, those who have built the fabric and nourished the values of UCT. And we dedicate this celebration to continuing the work of our former president. To those who graduate today, we wish courage, wisdom, and purpose. To those who leave the university to learn and work elsewhere, may you be sustained by those values in which unite us here today and advance them in the world beyond. A love of truth and learning, and of this, our university. Long live the spirit of Nelson Mandela, long live. Long live.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much. If in the morning the people in that graduation ceremony witnessed history in the form of the highest number of graduates in one session, we are this afternoon experiencing another form of history at UCT. I have been told by a senior member of the South African College of Music at UCT that this is the first time in her 15 years in the College of Music that there has been a performance at graduation featuring a trombone. Let me then tell you who has been singing and playing and performing for you. The processional hymn, Gaudeamus, and the national anthem were led by the students from our own South African College of Music. They were accompanied on organ by Eric Diepenaar. The musical item we just heard, The Blue Bells of Scotland, an arrangement by Arthur Pryor, was performed by soloist Ryan Kierman and Francois Porter on piano. Ryan is graduating on Tuesday. The university's Distinguished Teachers Award, given only once to an individual, recognizes teaching at any or all levels by a member of the faculty who has made a significant and lasting impression on students. It acknowledges the primary place of teaching and learning in our work and marks sustained excellence in teaching. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for a Distinguished Teachers Award for 2013, Hedley Twiddle, lecturer in English Language and Literature. Vice Chancellor, a PhD candidate in the English department at the University of Cape Town described herself as being mesmerized and blown away for a full 40 minutes in a lecture given by Hedley Twiddle as he shared with his class ideas about the relationship between language, choice, and consciousness. Dr. Twiddle evokes a stirring sense of inspiration amongst anxious and uncertain first-year students. He reminds young people that a life in academia should at least be a war against cliché, against the use of language not preceded by deep thinking. He believes that our students should be offered readings with language and subject matter closer to their experience. Contemporary literature, such as the works of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who wrote so beautifully on the Biafran War in her masterpiece, Half a Yellow Sun, or Zadie Smith's campus novel, On Beauty, should precede Shakespeare and Austen. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present for a Distinguished Teachers Award for 2013, Hadley Twiddle. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for a Distinguished Teachers Award for 2013, Ian Malcolm Raystake, lecturer. Lecturer in Film and Media Studies. Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ian Malcolm Raystake is an inspirational teacher of film studies, film production, and screenwriting. His seemingly boundless energy, highly infectious enthusiasm, deep generosity, and passion for encyclopedic knowledge of the medium of cinema have captivated a generation of students whom he has successfully equipped with the tools necessary to engage critically with film. While students pursue the right answers in essays and exams, he writes, I believe that what is more important than the answers are the questions asked. I tell my first-year students in their first lecture that by the end of the course, even if they don't continue to study film, they will be the smartest people in the room, not because they are cool and can make in-jokes about cult movies, but because they will have the tools to engage critically with the inundation of visual communication which they encounter every day. Dr. Raystake can tie Friedrich Nietzsche to Hans Solo in a single lecture and still have time for questions. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Award of Distinguished Teacher for 2013, E.M. Malcolm Raystake. Vice Chancellor, it is now my great honor to introduce our guest speaker for this afternoon's session. Hlumelo Biko was a UCT graduate in 1998, coming out of the university with a social science degree. He then studied overseas, mostly in international finance, at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. He has been a venture capitalist for 12 years. He is the chair of Spinnaker Venture Capital Fund in Johannesburg. He is also a philanthropist in his own right. He is the deputy chair of the Baxter Board and is a member of the board of Endeavor, an enterprise for entrepreneurs. He, in particular, in his work with social outreach and responsibility, is part of an initiative that aims to create African schools of excellence, described by Mr. Biko to me as a series of 200 low-cost private schools located in the townships themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our guest speaker for this afternoon, Hlumelo Biko.
I'm not sure why I was asked to talk today. I think the Vice-Chancellor must have finally run out of ideas. I guess it helped that I went to UCT and attended 1 or 2 classes. Luckily, I went on to get a bit more serious, made a bit of money, and added my outsized contribution to global warming by writing a boring book. In all of that stuff, I took some great joy every time I met some of the commerce students that I studied with, who, after teasing me about me studying social science, had yet to put enough money together to buy themselves a house. But seriously, it's hard to know how to start one of these graduation speeches. George W. Bush, President of the US, once started a speech by asking all of the students who got C's to put their hands up. He then asked students who got B's to also put their hands up, and lastly asked students to put their hands up if they got an A. He promptly told the students that did anything better than a C to put their hands down, and they did. And he said to the C students, you see, you guys are the only ones that can become president like me. We all know that his average wasn't a C. But I think his point holds true, which is that from this point onwards, your marks at school will correlate very loosely indeed with your future success. The difference between extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation boils down to what makes the candle of hunger and desire for perfection in your craft burn brighter and last longer. One of the big challenges at all universities is that there is not sufficient focus on lighting this internal candle that can power the desire for greater knowledge. Tertiary students have a hard time developing intrinsic motivation. We come to universities hardwired to function in a system that relies on external motivation through carrots and sticks. We call that system high school. There, they tell you where to study, where to play and when to play sports, when to take a break, what book to read, and so on and so forth. You don't behave, the teachers take away your privileges. You do well, you get school colors. If only life was that simple. We get to UCT and boy do we learn that life is not that simple. If you're honest with me, most of you learned this lesson the first week that you got here when you found that there was no one to do your laundry. Or when you found yourself vomiting on yourself after too much drinking at O Week. When most of us get to university, we experience unprecedented freedom. We don't know what to do with our time at first, but then we find creative ways of doing nothing. This is the big reason that the first course all humanities students ace is called Jammy 101. We literally sit on Jammy stairs and enjoy the view. If we could, we'd probably ask for credits for geography. Yet despite this criticism, what universities give us for the first time is genuine autonomy. Autonomy to pursue the interests we really like, make the friends we really admire, pursue the courses that really interest us, and in doing so, universities allow us to take our first steps towards self-actualization. Led by Daniel H. Pink, behavioral psychologists and industrial relations practitioners are converging on the thinking that real motivation comes from 3 key sources: autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Motivating human beings is not about money. One only needs to give them enough money to stop thinking about day-to-day needs for cash. After that, the challenge is to create the ability to twin an individual's personal story to that of the institution that they're a part of, so that they can make their own progression without micromanagement, building on key domain competence and working towards a goal bigger than them. By introducing us to autonomy, the university is essentially giving us the ability to take our first steps towards our destiny. People tell you every day that your humanities degree is not as good or as technical as others offered at this university. That is bull. You have learned 3 key skill sets which will set you apart from your peers here at UCT. You have learned how to study, incentives, and how they interact with people. You have learned how to critically analyze large bodies of information and written text. You have learned how to communicate in writing in a way that aims to persuade people of your views. By now, most of you have studied enough about enough diverse fields to realize what you don't know. In many ways, you have graduated from the state of unconscious incompetence to one of conscious incompetence. Now, if somebody had to tell you you'd pay 250,000 rands to know what you don't know, you'd think that you're wasting your money, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Let me explain to you why. The idea that one can move from conscious incompetence to unconscious incompetence, inconscious incompetence to conscious competence is intuitive to all of you guys. What will surprise you is that this journey towards mastery in your field will take you the greater part of 15 years. It takes that long to gain genuine domain competence in anything worth knowing. If you start planning your life accordingly, you will have a head start on all of your peers. The ugly truth about knowledge accumulation is that it's a little bit like trying to fill a small cup from a fire hose that's burning at full throttle. It takes time and some skill to learn this type of mastery. If all UCT gives you is the ability to learn what you don't know and to learn how to learn, then you have received huge value for money. If all UCT gave you was the ability to read people by understanding what they're incentivized by, then you have a head start in life. If UCT only teaches you how to read huge documents, summarize their key data points in eloquent writing, then you owe them a big check once you earn enough to get above minimum wage. You see, these are the cornerstones of mastering any field. Through your humanities degree, you have been given a master key into other doors that open rich professions that will fulfill you. Your only job is to wait for that great burst in your life that happens when you find your purpose. Somewhere along your journey towards mastery, your field of choice, something is going to happen to create huge question marks around your own purpose and why you're here on earth. That event is going to be tragic or comical, but it will be seminal and you will not soon forget it. Remember to enjoy the moment, because out of that fog you will emerge with the laser-like clarity about what your purpose is in life. Finding a way to completely synchronize your life's purpose with your professional activity is one of life's great crib notes. Memorize that and put that into practice as early as your purpose is revealed to you, because that will allow you to travel at light speeds faster than your peers. My moment of clarity came when I was 12 years old, when as a family we traveled repeatedly every few months to see an old man I'd vaguely heard of. He spent the first 20 minutes of talking, visiting with us children and asking us about our interests, where we wanted to go, and what drove us. Every time we went there, he asked the same question and ended with a similar speech about your need to find something that you're passionate about and pursue it with determination and vigor. He impressed on us that training and preparation were keys to success in anything. Now, at the time, I played tennis, and I had designs on going to Wimbledon. A few tennis tournaments later, I realized that the children I was playing against had won tennis tournaments at the ages of 7 and 8 already, and I was way too late. I then took up rapping until I realized that African Americans had invented the art and mastered it. And so for us South Africans trying to emulate them, we sounded like bushmen on helium compared to them. I bumbled on from passion to passion, always hopeful, but seldom successful at displaying early signs of mastery. It was only in matric that I realized that I could write well, and that was something that I had been unconsciously and consciously practicing my whole life. I've recently discovered that through writing, my real passion is actually communicating with people. 4 years after I left matric, while I was studying for a master's at Georgetown, a friend of mine died. His dad was a minister at the time, so I went to his funeral, and the old man we used to visit when I was 12, gave me a ride in his private jet and his helicopter on the way to the funeral. It was only then that I got to say thanks to Nelson Mandela for teaching me the lesson that success in life is about twinning your passions, your professional life together as two engines to power you towards a purposefully chosen destination. I eventually pieced together that all those years ago, visiting him in prison, he was struggling to teach me this lesson. Those visits constituted a life-altering event that took more than 10 years for me to recognize. So for all of you who intend on ignoring this advice, there is still hope for you, that you may reconnect with it in years to come. For others who choose to follow it, there are plenty of times when, like me, you will forget it and you will lose your way. For those that choose to ignore it and choose a completely alternative path, remember Warren Buffett's partner, Charlie Munger's favorite saying, which is that if you want to operate life without purpose and operating in constraints as a result, where you have shown absolute no competency in the field that you're in, you are like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. You've got no chance. In all seriousness, you have much to be proud of as the first post-Mandela graduates. You should aim to make him proud of you. The country hasn't needed you more than it needs you at this moment. Inasmuch as you feel entitled to continue to receive the best opportunities possible, remember that the social contract which entitles you to that expectation demands that you make your contribution. Nelson Mandela lost no opportunity to make his contribution. Every time you miss your opportunity to make a contribution, you should ask yourself what excuses you of this obligation. So live your life with a sense of purpose, pursue your career with an intent to one day display mastery in it. Most of all, remember that the corollary to your autonomy to do anything you want is your obligation to be the best member of society that you can. I wish you all the best in your future journeys. Every step that you take will be in the footprints of a man who has taken his strides in his long walk of freedom to pave the way for you and me to walk ours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shumelo, for those insightful words. They answer the question you posed at the beginning of your speech, which is why the Vice-Chancellor asked you in the first place. Thank you very much.
We now move to the part of the ceremony where we actually confer the degrees. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I admit to the degrees specified the candidates who are recorded in the graduation program as graduating in absentia, and I shall now admit to the degrees specified the candidates who will be presented to me by the Dean.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Rais Abdullah. Alex Robin Abrams. Robin Taryn Adams. Kieran John Amin. Rachel Caroline Anderson. Chanel Marlena Arrow. With distinction in English language and literature, Laura Robin Barnard. Jahan Bedford. Urania Helen Belos. Alistair John Benson. With distinction in Business French, Alan Stephen Berman. Rukaya Baruchi. Michael James Boyd. Storm Bronkhorst. With distinction in English language and literature and cross-communication and the degree with distinction, Tessa Jade Brown. Jennifer Macaulay Brown. With distinction in English language and literature and classical studies, Tamron Ann Burton Moore. Stephanie Katerina Bush. Linda Busuku. With distinction in history and media and writing, Robert Patrick Byrne. With distinction in linguistics, Daniela Alicia Calthorpe. Bridget Camden Smith. With distinction in psychology, Samantha Lee Sharman. Sarah Victoria Clayton. Washila Coughlin. Melissa Cohen. Naila Cornelissen. Grace Camilla Cooper. With distinction in linguistics and cross-communication and the degree with distinction, Sonia Ruth Cotton. Kate Kate Lynn Colson. David Benjamin Court. Wafika Crichton. Carissa Robin Cupido. Chanel Cousins. Daniela Dale-Fedove. Shavern Daniels. Sean William Dodge. Ashley Genevieve De Silva. Halima Davids. Margot Francis Davies. Fozia Davis. With distinction in English language and literature, Michael Redmond Day. Jenna De Beer. Lauren Michael De Beer. Sorry, Michelle. With distinction in English language and literature, Anna Jean Diergenaar. Jason Peter de Klerk. Juanita Minette de Villiers. Curtis Daisel. Scott Jason Drew. Innocentia Nomtandazo Dubazani. Lisa Ann Duvenag. With distinction in media and writing, Zakia Ibrahim. Catherine Elms. Cassidy Shelby Emmanuel. Graham Evans. Holly Furman. Chirizan Fisher. Candace Amy Foote. With distinction in Spanish, Lynn Forget Erasmus. Craig Ashley Fredericks. With distinction in film and television studies, Jean-Pierre Otello Garbaccio. Julia Johanna Gessner. Kelsey Eade Gibbs. Kate Joan Goddard. Taylor Govender. Erin Gracie. Simeon Kahiso Tees Greedy. Nicholas James Groom. Cynthia Maibongwe Esther Gwebu. Bradley David Harris. Danielle Jacqueline Howe. Erin Maxine Hendricks. Tamlin Jade Hendricks. Melissa K. Hendrickser. Miles Graham Henniker. With distinction in English language and literature, French language and literature and linguistics, and the degree with distinction, Erica Andrea Herman. Alexander Matthew Herzenberg. Juliana Neela Hyonis. Belinda Samkele Teresa Schlatzwayo. David William Hobbs. Brittany Hoffman. Erin Iante Hudson. Rosalind Humphreys. Catherine Joan Humphreys. Georgina Emily Hyatt. Alexandra Natasha Isaacs. Anika Isaacs. Imad Isaacs. Jean Jacobs. Kundai Florence Jarsi. With distinction in Italian, Chelsea Jade Johnson. Jonathan Howard Just. With distinction in history and international relations, Julian Carson. Mayuka Kaunda. Clelia Ann Kellett. Timothy Peter Kelly. Megan Kinnaird. Joy Kiteka. Nicholas Jude Klein. Amber Katrine Kniesel. With distinction in English language and literature, Laura Emma Knight. Talia Kritsas. Edwina Rose Lederly. Yu Min Lee. Kristlyn Veronica Limburg. Lulama Lubola. Grant David Lombard. Pereko Selwani Makhoti. Fatima Malam. Sitabili Senzeni Mamutsi. Shannon Dawn Manuel. With distinction in gender studies, history, and social anthropology, and the degree with distinction, Jacqueline Gale Maris. Stephanie Lisa Mars. Victor Akwe Masango. With distinction in linguistics and philosophy and the degree with distinction, Adam Mazzaro. Sarah Lynn Mason. Catherine Jane Masson. Alexa Josephine Masucci. Palisa Motsabi Matibe. Nombuso Tobili Matibela. Zekona Matungana. Kia Betswe Samantha Majila. With distinction in film and television studies, Christopher Matthew MacArthur. Gabriel Myers. With distinction in organizational psychology, Carrie Miller. Yolisa Mbasakazi Njamba. Nompumelelo Melodious Mkizi. Joy Hinyikiwili Mojela. With distinction in drama, Hannah Jane Molyneux. With distinction in Xhosa communication, Leila Musa. Charlene Palisa Mopete. Puleng Chandra Mopete. Rowan Tando Morar. With distinction in English language and literature and film and television studies, and the degree with distinction, Amy Morris. Kiabetswe Itumeleng Murule. Lyle Alexander Mosley. Sibusisiwe Joy Moyo. Zintle Algina Nkadi. Alinda Lillian Munanura. Sean Patricia Murray. Sharon Varaidzo Muzembe. Amber Myers. Alexandra Tristan Nagel. Andile Carol Ndlovu. Savannah Marina Negra. Jess Newby. Londeka Nompilo Nkomo. Julia Claire Norrish. Keenan Tyler Oliphant. Safia Omaji. Deborah Amy Orolowitz. With distinction in economic history and the degree with distinction, Ioni Yundin Paklepa. Fatima Parker. Vignesh Patel. Amy Lee Patterson. Andrew Malusi Peterson. Arlene Catherine Potgieter. Michaela Lee Pym. Megan Yvonne Quene Mainkies. Uthman Abdullah Quick. Marissa Ann Rabi. With distinction in history and social anthropology and the degree with distinction, Natasha Lauren Ratchwell. Fatima Rasit. Mishka Reddy. Nigel Reddy. Rolf Ernst Rhodes. Kirsten Lee Rice. Elizabeth Carolyn Ridgway. Georgina Tandiwe Ann Roberts. Dugald Murdoch Robertson. Sophie Elizabeth Robertson. Koleka Nelisa Rodolo. Leslie Rollinson. Kristen Lisa Ron. Kate Rothon. With distinction in English language and literature and history, Chloe Maria Rushevich. Mariam Sadine. Nishat Sadine. Amara Sate. Lindsay Claire Sampson. With distinction in Xhosa communication, Catherine Jane Scott. Sarah Peach Scott. Riabetswe Matseleng Siakeko. Lebahang Juanita Sesiu. Chengetai Christy Shoniwa. Simiso Sylvie Sibanda. Stacy Jean Silvestri. Joseph Michael Simon. With distinction in law, Ashley Michelle Sinclair. Raisa Slamang. Samantha Smith. David Kenneth Soetwater. Nontando Sekela. Inga Stadler. A.D. Steiner. Beatrice Elizabeth Stain. Laura Stockley. Evan Strauss. Cameron Peter David Struben. Jonathan Beresford Tate. With distinction in social anthropology, Tavadzwa Goodwill Tivaringe. Chelsea Catherine Tobias. Bryn William Travel. Naila Trichardt. Notolo Balungile Shabalala. Carla Turner. With distinction in organizational psychology, Danielle Jamie Valentine. Charlotte Urenica van der Post. Marissa Lee van Rensburg. Annemie Karina van Zyl. With distinction in English language and literature, Dominique Andrea Vieira. With distinction in history, Benjamin Vine. Simone Viljoen. With distinction in English language and literature and film and television studies, Daniel James Volkvine. Elizabeth Lyndall Foster. Michaela Wagner. Alison Paula Wallace. Rachel Bronwyn Ward. Luke James Watson. Bronte Chelsea Westcott. Luke Robert Willits. Julian Ryan Wilson. With distinction in business French, Laura Ann Wilson. Andrea Margaret Windish. Kate Woolley. Nwabisa Siyamthanda Zansi. Nandi Bubele Zulu.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Film and Media Production, Lincoln Abel. Mikhail Adam. Gemma Rain Alexander. Paige or Pius. Gregory Alexander Bakker. Takira Behardin. Megan Louise Benser. With distinction in film and television studies and studies in film and media production, Anik Miriam Bolliger. With distinction in film and television studies and studies in film and media production, Dylan Martin Douglas Bosman. Dominique Bronwyn Bowen. Desmond Roy Bowles. Mark Wesley Brown. With distinction in studies in film and media production and Media and Writing, and the degree with distinction, Amy Claire Cardelser. With distinction in Film and Television Studies, Italian, and Studies in Film and Media Production, and the degree with distinction, Katie Lee Carson. Rebecca Kaywood. Tapiwa Chipamaunga. Sean Lee Goodson Coots. With distinction in Studies in Film and Media Production, Camille Roxanne Dawn. Carla de Klerk. Billie Jean DeMaas. Emma Jean Dittmer. With distinction in Film and Television Studies, Stephen Graham Douglas. Rita Duplessis. Jody Lisa Edmonds. Gemma Esau. Sarah Robin Farrell. Alistair Richard Edward Fraser. Lynn Marie Fraser. Sakisizwe Ansandile Grina. Kelly Grobler. Emma Alice Hawthorne. And Claire Hendricks. With distinction in Film and Television Studies and Studies in Film and Media Production, Stephen David Horn. Laura Helene Horn. Julia Kirsten Joubert. With distinction in Studies in Film and Media Production, and the degree with distinction, Watipaso Teresa Kaliwo. Anita Francis Karungi. Tato Kekana. Rory Kyohan. Lamola Caroline Khanyaho. Alisa Roselle Kleinchis. Sharon Skylar Kuntz. Candace Jennifer Land. Georgina Lockwood. Amahle Anele Madlala. Munashi Makado. Leslie Jade Marchant. With distinction in studies in film and media production, Tara Mackenzie. Tembaletu Seiso Mfebe. Tsepang Kensani Modisane. Sibabalwe Songeziwe Mona. Tendani Takalani Sarah Jane Mulaudzi. With distinction in studies in film and media production, Nuluyolo Ngomani. Ray Sarah Oliver. With distinction in studies in film and media production, Jared Hoskin Paisley. Inez Patel. Monya Pinar. Jared Sky Pitts. Raj Kumari Ushikan Devi Paidegadu. Reza Gerald Raftopoulos. Kimberly Jade Rai. With distinction in film and television studies, Matthew Peter Rieler. Stephanie Nicole Sayers. Kumo Sabambo. James Brian Shear. Margaret Kimball Stokes. Calvin Paul Thompson. Chris Ivan van der Westhuizen. Alison Lee van Dorsten. Daniel Walsh. Clade Gublin Yila. For the degree of Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Economics, First Class Thomas Neil Harris. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours in African Languages and Literature, First Class Lara Ann Greer. Amandla Ngwendu. Pearl Matichengata Babongile Pswarai. In African Studies, Edgar Salomao Mungwambe. In Afrikaans, First Class Susanna Gertrude Kruger. Rowan Mageman. In Archaeology, John Sebastian Noble. Andrew Thomas September. In Art Historical Studies, Geraldine McMeekin. In Curatorship, Mia Borman. Lyndall Mary Kane. First class, Justin Joshua Davey. Astrid Kate Gebhardt. Valeria Geselev. Nompumezo Cecilia Gubevu. Anne Kelly McLaren. First class, Olga Speaks. First class, Carlin Stradom. Catherine Maria ten Veldhuis. Tara Weber. Ernestine Bianca White. In Development Studies, Juliet Wairimu Kariuki. In English Studies, First Class, Katerina Aldera. First Class, Kiara Lorraine Gaylord. First Class, Esti Esmare Hujo. First Class, Anik Sarah Kruger. First Class, Charlotte Georgia Murray. Catherine Ann McLean. Abby Alexandra Roberts. Alexander van Zyl Rouse. First Class, Heather Ashley Scott. Carrie Lee Timlin. In Environmental and Geographical Studies, Sarah Shana Duncan. Ian Alexander Stewart Linsell. In Film and Television Studies, Takira Ayesha Ali. Danielle Hitchcock. Haley Jane Hurst. First Class Taryn Lee Joffe. First Class Nicole Dominique Malherbe. First Class Philip Rutland Manners. Lola Amokelani Mashabani. Kaylin Angela Peterson. First Class David Platt. First Class Kelly Samantha Powell. Tembakazi Trudy Rosani. Diane Christine Chantel Selman. Kaylin Dorothy Simmons. Shanae Mary Simpson. In French Language and Literature, Amy Boniface Linda Friedrich. In Historical Studies, First Class, Alexandra Sarah Applebaum. First Class, Lucian Erica Argent. First Class, Rafael Laza Chaskelson. Monique Ann Klassen. Philippa Claire Cochran. First Class, Grace Jean Garland. Lauren Eve Kessler. Giancarlo Merafe. First class, Nishal Rob. Michael David Leonard Stack. In international relations, Megan Claire Bybee. Edward Charles Cobbett. Miro Köhler. Olivia Jane McCarthy. In Justice and Transformation, Michael Jaffe Moss. In Linguistics, Mpho Maboitumelo Melita Semete. In Media Theory and Practice, Iman Ali. Danielle Andrea Barnes. First class, Luke Buchanan de Kock. Alexandra Catherine Dunsford-White. First class, Amy Roseanne Diamond. Sinead Joan Martin. Hilton Eugene Mitchell. First class, Raisa Patha. Lila Rycliffe. First class, Shireen Cedris. Lesedi Boipelo Setloatse. Lita Butle Zukile Sokutu. First class, Alexander Anthony Rhodes Teggin. First class, Natalie Claire Thompson. Lyndall Susan Thwaites. First class, Catherine Verhoeven. First class, Jenna Lynn Ferster. First class Nicole Wilcox. Nokuzulo Lerato Zingitwa. In organizational psychology, Jonathan Charles Hall. Amanda Tinswalo Nkwinika. In philosophy, first class Joshua Davis. In political communication, first class Dean Horwitz. Michelle Lynn October. Yusuf Omar. In public policy and administration, first class Catherine May Schneider. In social anthropology, first class Karina Suzanne Trutz. In television drama, Vuyiswa Tembelihle Lupuwana. Danielle Scher. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours in Applied Linguistics and African Languages, Rachel Botsis. Tlalandi Alexandrina Lechania.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you, for the degree of Master of Arts in Afrikaans with distinction, Pepler Vincent Head. In clinical psychology, Kim Lisa Bailey. Amy Louise Benjamin. With distinction in the dissertation, Kim Cheryl Schloms Madlener. With distinction in the dissertation, Shireen Matir Muller. In creative writing with distinction, Mia Claire Adern. With distinction, Hendrik Jacobus Buerta. With distinction in the dissertation, Thelma Vivian Haller. Louise Courtney McCann. With distinction, Masande Nkali Nshanga. With distinction, Chantal Juanita Michelle Stewart. In film studies, with distinction, Matthew Jason Jones. Anli Leroux. In French, with distinction in the dissertation, Newton Chang Tomakong. In historical studies with distinction, Alex Myers. In media theory and practice with distinction, Kristen Leslie Duff. With distinction in the dissertation, Charles Lindy. Shelley Smith. In philosophy, Elizabeth Bra. In political communication, Yoliswa Landu. In psychological research, with distinction, Lauren Barica. With distinction in the dissertation, Linda Bronwyn Duffett. With distinction, Donne van der Westhuizen. With distinction, Danielle Susan Weinstein. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in English Language and Literature, for a thesis that argues that the poetic translations of mid-20th century American poet Robert Lowell reflect the tensions between the local and the global dimensions of his Cold War era work. Simon Lyle van Schalkwyk. In Media Studies, for a thesis which investigates middle-class children's digital gaming in Cape Town and the meanings of gendering in games for children's play relationships and gender identities in after-school settings. Nicola Merrill Pallett.
A long and warm afternoon, but I'm sure you'll agree with me that it's worth every minute to see these fantastic graduates coming to this point in their careers. They've worked so hard, and we're so proud of them. Give them one more huge round of applause. We're very proud of you, and we hope you will make us proud through the ways in which, as you go out into the world of work, you represent not just the technical quality of the education that you've received at UCT, but the values that you live and espouse in your work, because we aspire that you should leave UCT with a commitment to social justice, to promoting equity, to putting the efforts, your efforts and the huge opportunities you've had through obtaining a higher education and getting a degree at an elite university, through paying that back to the community and having an impact on the community. And you and we will be judged by the quality of that impact and the values that you espouse in your work as you go forward. I'm sure you'll want to express your appreciation to your family who have supported you financially and emotionally and psychologically over many years. And I invite the graduates to stand up and make eye contact with your family members. Take your scroll and wave it and shout your appreciation to your family. We really appreciate the sacrifices that families have made too, to be able to send your children and loved ones and spouses and partners to the University of Cape Town. And speaking to the graduates, I'm sure you agree you will also not have got to this point without the support of the members of the faculty or teachers and professors, and I invite you to show your appreciation to them too. And I also want to add my appreciation to the many members of the support staff of the university who work behind the scenes to ensure that the libraries and the properties and the security and the residences and all of the activities that are required to make a university run smoothly, and especially to the Registrar's Office, which organises the graduations, the registration and the exams. Thank you to all of you too. So it only remains for me to say finally, congratulations, let's celebrate, have a great time.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. This brings us to the end of the formal part of the afternoon, and it leaves me with just a few announcements to make before we wrap this up. The first one is that we ask you to let the platform party, the procession, live down the aisle. Ask the graduates to join immediately after the platform party, and then everybody else to remain standing and join at the end, so that we all move down the steps onto University Avenue in the plaza and keep moving, so that we don't imprison people inside the hall when we start photographing and networking just outside the door. When we have done that, there is an invitation, please, for you to turn right at the bottom of the stairs to the Leslie Social Science Building, where there will be refreshments lovingly laid out for you. You are warmly welcome. The Vice Chancellor will now dissolve the congregation. Please stand.
By the authority conferred on me, I now dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.